I would like to get back to where I left off on my last video. So I spoke extensively about the emotions that one has as one quits the job, one is asked to quit the job, or leaves the job, or retires, or there is a loss of job because of some restructuring or better career prospects. So I got a lot of appreciation from a lot of people who felt like the way I felt. So I thought I should make another video on the same topic as to why waste time feeling sorry once you desire to exit an organization. What's the logic of feeling sorry for yourself? There is a skill gap. There are candidate shortages. There are employers offering tempting offers, and a lot of employees are considering to move on. I've been noticing for the last 3 4 months, a lot of my friends and colleagues have moved on, and on a one-to-one chat, a lot of people talk about the strange feeling they feel when they want to move on. So one thing that holds them back is the emotional roller coaster ride of resigning. So it's really emotional. It is important to be aware and to acknowledge not only your response to the change of job, but also to understand that we are stopping something, we are exiting something. There is something that is going to change. So there's a lot of grief in that. And apart from understanding this, one needs to be ready for it. So why is it an emotional issue? Why is there grief? So many of us would think that yeah, we're macho, and then we say no, there's no grief, we just, but it's a human tendency and human nature to understand, to feel the grief, to feel emotions of fear, of anxiety. So the next few minutes I would like to talk about the emotions of leaving a job. Leaving, maybe resigning, retiring, or being asked to leave. There are emotions. Leaving a job for us or for any human being is a life event. So one needs to understand, one needs to appreciate and acknowledge it. So why is it a life event? So what is the logic of resigning or exiting an organization, or changing a role, or moving on to another loan, a life event? Many people have jobs tied to their identities. For example, if I ask somebody, who are you? The obvious answer is, I am a director, I am a BU head, I'm a PL head, I am a CHRO, I'm a CTO, I'm a CEO, I'm a CEO, CFO, I'm an MD, I'm a deputy general manager, I'm an assistant manager. So the job roles have become labels for recognition. So the identity is closely interwoven to these job roles that we have in our professional lives. So the roles for many define the person, and he's a center. His life is the center of that role, and the role is his central being, and it's a whole universe for him. Everything else doesn't matter for him, and everything revolves around his job role and the designation, and that's where the problem starts. Because all in life he has is his job role. So somewhere down the line, in search of growth, in search of being wanting to move ahead, he's got addicted to the life, He's got addicted to the work and addicted to the job role. The only thing matters is the job role. So that's why, yeah, when somebody decides to exit, it's a very emotional process to exit the job. Now, the moment you lay down the cards on the table and announce that I'm leaving, you take a positive step to change your career, to change your path, to change your future, to look out for a new future, to look out for a new life. You search for a reason as to why you choose to step out into the unknown, but be assured that this is a positive action. So if you see an opportunity and you have decided to move on, but one thing that you should keep telling yourself is, it's a positive action. It is important at this point of time to gain perspective and balance when you are exiting an organization, and to maintain a balanced viewpoint throughout the process. And the next stage, you have a mixture of exhilaration and fear. It's a very common reaction to the decision to move out of a role, or move out of a job, or move out of an organization. It is a mixture of excitement and anticipation of a better future, a better way of life, an improved career path, a fear, and the fear of letting go, and the nuances and the familiarity of the old job gets in the way. So we must be very careful to understand that we don't mix the fear of the unknown with the fear of a feeling that we have made a mistake. At times, you feel that, yes, have I made that mistake? These are mixed feelings, but we need to be very clear that there is a feeling of unknown, yes, because you're going into a new role, but do not confuse it with the fear of the thought of having made a mistake. But be sure to focus on the good part of the deal and underplay these feelings that we have made a mistake. And that's very crucial. Many people will probably feel better once the notice period is agreed. So we should always remember why we have chosen to exit. It's for a good cause, it's for an opportunity, it is for moving ahead in life. So this gives us positive feelings, positive vibes. So the next is the relief. So once the notice is agreed, the next stage is the stage of relief. At times during this period of relief and the notice period agreed, there will be hostility. At times it will be very cordial. The trick is not to take hostility and to rise up above it, and not take it as an opportunity to settle an old score. It's not worth, because it is you who is moving on in life to a better place. So let bygones be bygones. So this stage of relief is not a time to get back. So be relieved, enjoy the process, think back on what good has been done, make a list of all the positives, the learnings, and also the mistakes, so that we make sure that we don't do the same ones there. And then comes the guilt. The guilt, we have a couple of guys who will come and say, have you made the right decision? Don't you think it's the wrong decision? And you're doing so well here, so why do you want to go? So guilt is a big roadblock. Many endure it, and even though they were, why did you choose to leave the job? Because you were unhappy. So why endure the guilt? And that's the main reason that we are leaving the job, because we are unhappy. So there is no need to go on a guilt trip. There's no need to be unhappy. There was an opportunity and you took it up. The temptation to stay is strong, because the departmental heads, the management, and the HR will get you a counter offer, which is of course better in terms of facilities, in perks, in benefits, promotes your promotion. My experience is people who accept counter offers end up leaving eventually. So don't go on to guilt trip and waste your time accepting a counter offer. Unless of course the main reason of your resigning was for a better paycheck. If you really want to move up in career, then accepting a counter offer makes no sense. And again, after accepting a counter offer, there is going to be a period of guilt as to why did I offer it and why did I not go for a better opportunity. And all of this ends with a stage of sadness. You will feel sadness. It is important to recognize it, embrace it wholeheartedly. You will miss the old routines. You will be sad for missing old routines. You will be sad for missing the people at work, at the coffee machines, at the canteens, at the work interactions. And here's where we need to remember, why have we chosen to exit. The decision to exit was for better things. So rather than being sad, or rather than living with strains of melancholy over the role, which is diametrically opposite to the decision of exiting. So we need to understand this. Yes, you're feeling sad, but feeling sad and participating in the sadness is diametrically opposite to a decision we made to leave. These moments won't matter 1 year down the line, 2 year down the line, or at a 5 year timeline. 5 year timeline. So by this time, you would have either grown in that role or moved on to a better role. But time is a healer. So be it 1 year, 2 year, or 5 years, this grief makes no sense. So why waste your time in grief? So it's very essential to understand that it's all up. These emotions keep playing up when you quit a job. But the trick is to stay happy, stay cheerful, look forward to learning, look forward to earning, look forward to a good role, and keep a balanced state of mind. So that's my point of view. I'm not an expert in this, but over a period of time, having spoken to many people and also having changed about 5 6 jobs, which is very less because my last job was 24 years, I thought I would share this because based on my last videos, I got a lot of messages, I got a lot of WhatsApps, I got a lot of calls saying that whether I could talk about this. So it's given me about 18 hours to talk about this topic, and I hope you like this video. Thank you.